Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be recording a day in the life of a rescued racing greyhound, so you can see just what they get up to on a typical day. So I don't work Wednesdays or weekends, so those are easy days when we're just chilling at home. So this is a typical chilling at home day when we don't have to get up early for work. So it's 8:30 a.m. I'm ready to get up, but I don't think Fairy is. Fairy is very difficult to get up in the mornings. She absolutely loves her sleep. Greyhounds sleep for 20 hours a day, so she just sleeps most of the time. Fairy wears fleece pyjamas to sleep in at night and sleeps next to my bed on the floor.
Fairy up. Fairy, come on, get up. Fairy, it's time to get up. Do you want your breakfast? Do you want to go for a wee-wee? Do you want to go for a walk? Come on. Come on. Are you still tired?
You've been asleep for 12 hours.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Sometimes takes quite a long time to get Fairy up in the mornings. Well, we've made a start. She's now sitting up. Come on.
Fairy likes to do lots of stretching when she gets up in the morning. Does her downward dog. Lots of yawning and stretching before she goes downstairs. When I first got Fairy, she didn't have a clue what stairs were. She wouldn't go up and down the stairs. It took a few months to teach her.
Fairy, you've just got up. You don't need to lay down again. We're going to go out for a walk. Do you want to go for a walk? Walkies. Walk. So first we'll take off your pyjamas. Up. Time for a stretch. Good girl.
Tag collar on for identification.
It's very cold and frosty today, so we'll put on an extra layer under her coat.
This is one of her fleece jumpers, which she has to lift and bend her legs to get through the holes. Some greyhounds don't like doing this, so they can have Velcro ones that do up under the belly, but Fairy doesn't mind.
She's wearing a fleece jumper, like there. And then she's wearing her thick, warm jacket.
Greyhounds need to wear coats below 15 degrees. It's only a couple of degrees this morning, it's really freezing, and they've got no body fat to keep them warm. So generally, whatever you're putting on to go out for a walk, a greyhound will need the same. Fairy's a very patient, well-behaved dog. She doesn't jump about and be silly. She just waits for her walk nice and patiently and calmly until we go to the front door and we're ready to go.
Right. Ready to go for a walk now?
Fairy's my first ever dog, and she's such an easy dog. Like, I don't even know I've got a dog a lot of the time. She's just so easy. She never barks in the house. She doesn't, if someone opens the door, she'll just stay on the sofa. She's very well behaved with visitors coming around. She's very easy to walk. She doesn't pull on the lead. She doesn't smell. She doesn't molt. She's just a generally really, really easy, low maintenance dog. So if you're thinking of rescuing a dog, a greyhound is a perfect option for a first dog.
What are you trying to do? Jump. Up.
Always pick up your dog's poos and put them in the poo bin. There's nothing worse than being on a walk and treading in a dog poo when you're out. Just very irresponsible. Loves to explore on walks. She's always in and out of the long grass, in heads poking into the hedges, looking for rabbits and squirrels, which is why I can't let her off the lead when I'm around home. I only let her off on the beach.
Is there a squirrel? I see a squirrel. Oh. Oh dear, it's a squirrel. Is it a squirrel? Where is it? Faye gets very excited when she sees squirrels. It's one of the very few times that you'll hear her bark. Never usually barks. This is the most I've heard her bark. Yes. Oh dear. Just stopping to admire the beautiful scenery. That's the river. Come in. Come on. Come on. This is our favourite walk down by the river. Faye likes to stop and eat some grass sometimes. It's good fibre for them. She's never sick after she's eaten grass. I think she just enjoys the taste of it. Come on. Come on.
Greyhounds don't need a lot of exercise. 2 or 3 20-minute walks a day is plenty. Fairy usually has a couple of 20-minute walks and then one longer 40-minute walk, or an hour or so at the weekend. And she has also gone for sort of 5-6 hours at a time. She'll either walk for a short distance or she'll walk for a really long distance. She's not really fussed. I usually try and let Fairy run off the lead in either a fenced off park or secure dog field at least once a week, so she gets a chance to run and stretch her legs, wear herself out a little bit.
Fairy starts whining whenever we stand still because she gets impatient. She doesn't like to wait on a walk. A bit more sniffing, a bit more grass, and then off we go again. We spend a lot of time standing around on walks whilst Fairy sniffs or eats grass.
We often see these horses on our walk, and Fairy's very used to being around horses and ponies because myself and my daughter ride and we take her down the stables with us. So she actually quite likes to say hello to the horses.
Hello. Which way are we going? Which way are we going? Because Fairy spends most of her time on the lead, I let her choose the routes. Do you want to go that way? Are we going down there? Come on then. Come on then. is her favourite walk. She usually chooses to go down this little muddy path. She likes the bushes at the side. I think there's lots of rabbits and things in there. Lots of nice smells. I like to let Fairy stop and sniff and just look at the surroundings whenever she wants to. She just likes to sort of admire the view and take it all in. Just walking past the field where Fairy does dog agility on a Saturday. You can see it up there. It's very close to home, 5-minute walk. And Fairy loves dog agility. She's brilliant at jumping. So this is Fairy's dog agility course. It's got little jumps, weaving, ramps, dog walk. She just started going through the tunnel last week. Stopping for more grass, Fairy. Not got her over the seesaw yet, but every other obstacle she absolutely loves. And this is Essex Flyers dog agility group. This is the rabbit field. Fairy gets really excited here because she always sees lots of rabbits. She's always on the lookout. Good cow. Good cow. Come on then. Fairy, wait. Good girl. When Fairy gets back from her walk, I always wash her feet with some warm water. Make sure that they're clean. There's no thorns, no stones. Nothing's got into her paw pads on the walk. And then I dry them off with a towel afterwards. Nice clean feet. Fairy doesn't waste any time getting on the sofa when we get back from our walk. I always like her to have a drink though when we get back. Even if it wasn't a hot day. She's been out for about an hour. And if she doesn't go to her water herself, I usually just offer it to her. Have you had enough? Good girl. Fairy eats and drinks on a raised box because greyhounds can't reach the floor very easily. I wash out her food and water bowls daily so they're nice and clean. Fairy eats her high quality kibble twice a day, and I cook her mince, chicken, white fish, mussels, lots of fresh meat, steak, and today she's having beef mince. Fairy eats the AVA kibble, which is a good quality one. I sometimes add a bone broth to Fairy's food, which is high in protein, aids joint mobility, it's got natural collagen and supports gut health. Fairy, are you ready for food? Come on in, come on, come on, breakfast. Fairy always drinks before she has her food. She doesn't like to eat early in the morning, so it's now 10:30 after our walk, and she's deciding she's not ready for her breakfast yet. If I offer it early, like 7 in the morning, she won't eat it. I have to take it to work with me when she comes to work with me because she's a school therapy dog. She usually eats it at lunchtime, to be honest. That's when she wants her first meal of the day. And then she has another one in the evening. So you can see she's chosen not to eat her breakfast and she's going back to sleep. Don't you want your breakfast? Going back to sleep? Okay, have it later.
If I've got the heating set to 20 degrees in the house, then Fairy won't wear anything during the day. But sometimes I don't have the heating on. So if there's no heating on, Fairy will wear her fleece jumper during the day to sleep on the sofa to keep her nice and warm. Greyhounds are big dogs and they do like to stretch out. Some people don't let their dogs on the sofa, but I think they should be allowed. And Fairy will take up the whole sofa once she's stretched out. So if you're about to rescue a greyhound, then just bear in mind that they do take up a lot of space. Fairy also has a dog bed, a nice big one on the floor, but she prefers the sofa. It's 11:30 a.m. and Fairy's now decided that it's time for breakfast. So she's eating her mince and kibble. She's not a greedy dog at all. Some dogs just woof it down so quickly, but Fairy picks at her food quite a lot. She probably won't eat it all in one go. She'll probably go back for it again later, but it'll be gone sort of after lunch, and then she'll have a good few hours until she gets her dinner about 6 o'clock in the evening. She gets lots of treats during the day as well. Greyhounds have particularly bad teeth. A lot of greyhounds have to have teeth removed because they've rotten or decayed or got gum disease. So I'm going to brush her teeth now with some of this enzymatic toothpaste and a doggy toothbrush. Fairy's very good at having her teeth brushed. She doesn't mind. Try and do it every few days. Just brushing around in little circles. You can see she's got a little bit of plaque on there. I did take her recently to the Greyhound rescue kennels that she came from, and she had a polish and a descale to get that brown plaque off. She might have to go again for another one of those because there's some brown plaque here that's just not really coming off with the toothbrush. Good girl. I give her ostrich bone, which is really good for naturally taking plaque off the teeth. Let's do the other side. Good girl. You're such a good dog, aren't you? Yeah, does it taste nice? Well done. Good girl. You want a treat now? I use a pet nail grinder to do Fairy's nails, which is a chargeable rotating blade which just grinds down the end of the nails. girl. As you can see, Fairy's not bothered by this. She's just laying there chilling out and getting lots of treats whilst I do it. Sausage. Good gal. It's important to keep the dog's nails quite short, otherwise it can affect the way they walk. Good girl. And I'll do her nails every week so that it's just trimming them a little bit at a time. And now that's done, it's time for another sleep. Fairy's now emerging from her sleep, ready for her lunchtime wee. You coming in? Coming in? Come on in. Wee time. Now going out for Fairy's lunchtime wee and little play with some toys. And this is where you'll see her start to get excited now. So this is a field which has a wall and a hedge around the side of it, so it's quite secure for Fairy to have a run around in. I always take 2 items with me so that while she's got one I throw the other and it always gets her back quickly. When I first rescued Fairy, she didn't know what toys were. I gave her some and she just looked at them, didn't know what to do with them. But now she absolutely loves a squeaky toy. She's usually destroyed the squeak within sort of an hour or so of getting the toy. And she loves balls, she loves to chase balls. She's got some squeaky teddies she likes to sleep with, and she just sort of swings them around, throws them around for herself like this, amuses herself with them. She loves toys now, which is really lovely to see. Love to see the excitement on her face when you're just about to throw her something to fetch. Greyhounds are the fastest dogs in the world, and they can reach 45 miles an hour within the first 6 strides from standing. Nice wee wee. Fairy's had a run around. She's now back on the lead for a little trip round the field to go to the toilet. She's carrying her chicken. Fairy, wait.
Good girl. I always make her wait before she crosses the bridge, even though she's on the lead. Teaches her to listen to my voice. Back home with the chicken, and Fairy's about to have her coat off and her feet washed, and then she'll probably go back to sleep again. Have a drink.
Fairy likes to go up to bed quite early and just lay on my bed. She'll often just go and stretch out on the double bed upstairs. Then I have to try and convince her to get up again and come downstairs to have her dinner. She spends a bit of time watching the telly with me in the evening, and then she likes to go back upstairs again about 7:30 in the evening. And I have to drag her down again for a nighttime wee, which is quite hard work, a bit like getting her up in the morning.
Toilet time. Come on. Come on in. Come on. Come on. Going to the toilet. Are we going to the toilet?
That'll be a no then.
Come on. Up you get. Come on.
Fairy lays on my bed with me when I get into bed in the evening and snoozes and dreams. And then when it's time for me to go to sleep, she gets off and goes on the floor next to my bed on her little mattress and a couple of folded up duvets, nice and warm and snuggly. So that's a typical day for Fairy. Doesn't do a lot, has a lovely life. Don't miss out on seeing more of her videos. Please click subscribe and thanks for watching.